welcome to Flory Models Daily Show. Here we are on Friday the 10th of June 2016, and today I've been decaling. Trying to get this one finished off. To be honest, big push for the end of the actual group build, so we've got another week and a couple of days, so I intend to get this one done early next week. So really been pushing hard to get this one completed. Anyway, my day has been something like this. Hello, welcome to Flory Models Daily Vlog. Here we are on Friday. As I say, end of a good week. To be honest, it's one of those weeks where produce an absolute ton of everything, or it feels like it. I don't know what our hour count is up now for doing videos and everything this week, but we are definitely approaching our 1000th. Hold on, I might be able to tell you actually. We are coming up on, where are we? How many videos have we done? So we've actually done now 1,462 videos. My goal is to get to 1,500. I don't know why, it seems like a bit of a milestone for us and everything else. So really looking forward to getting to that one, and I'm going to do somewhat of a special video for that one. Everything else. As you can see at the moment, we are rendering up the MiG-29. I have to say, I'm going to have to build something. It's either going to be that or I'm going to do the flanker. I really want to do the kinetic C flanker because it's one of my favourites anyway, so I might actually give a whirl at doing this MiG-29. The detail on it is absolutely exquisite. It's the finest detail. You know, I spoke about how I love the detail that's on the Edard 148, 109 and Spitfire. This is like the 72nd equivalent of it. It just seems so in scale, beautifully done. My main concern is that we spoke about it with paints. The acrylic tends to be a bit thicker than using lacquer-based paints and stuff. I can see the point of using a lacquer-based paint doing that particular work because it is literally so fine. You're just going to flood it. Anyway, somebody in the forum, which I do apologise, mentioned last night's show about hopefully I'll have time to finish the Osprey. Well, to be honest, it's coming along quite nicely. You saw me doing a little bit of filming work on it yesterday. It is there, as you can see, it is all done. Can I zoom on this at the same time as doing it? Oh, we can. Oh, look at that. See, I never knew it had this function. Okay, so there we go. So there's the Osprey. I've done the black work on the leading edge of the wings, as you saw on yesterday's video and all the rest of it. As you can see, we have the gear done down there. Look, I've got a new toy now. I didn't realise this could pan at the same time. And zoom in and out. So that is all done. So what I'm going to do now, as you can see, you've got the decals down there. It's been drying overnight. So what I can get on with is the decaling. So if I can get the decaling done with it today, we can seal it. So we're going to get that sealed and make sure everything's all okay with it. And then literally what we can do is, not so much this weekend, because to be honest I've got family and friends over for the weekend, but next week, Monday, I can push on and we can start on the weathering of it and all the bits and pieces, which to be honest is the fun bit. It should be a lot of fun doing that one. I'm hoping it's going to come together quite quickly. I'm going to do quite a little bit of work on the rotor heads and everything else like that. Is it rotor heads on these or props? I don't know. But generally, if you look at them, they're such big lumps on that thing that it's going to take a little bit of work. So at the moment, I've just done it in black, so it's got a coat of XF85, the sort of rubber black on there, Tamiya. But I'm thinking maybe we might try a sanding technique. Very difficult because it's got edges, and if you go near the edges, you're going to go straight through it in one. So I might just perhaps do different shades of black on there as well and everything else, just to break it up a little bit, because I say it's such a focal point on that particular aircraft. But yes, we have got, what, 8 days now, got until Sunday to get it completed, so I will get it done next week. There's not tons of work to do to it. I'd say the gear's done, the doors are done, all the different bits and pieces. So just literally, if I get the decaling done on it today, and then that means next week we'll do the weathering and I'll get it completed by the end. And then next week as well, obviously I'll be cowboying with, and we're going to be doing the props and the undercarriage and the flaps and things like that for the 190 as we make our way through. So quite exciting. Next week we should have everything pretty much finished and up to date with that one, which enables us to move on with our next bit of kit and all the bits and pieces like that. So that's going to be my morning. So it's going to be a case of decaling, getting those bits and pieces done like that. Obviously I've got to do quite a bit of editing this afternoon for doing the bit in the forum that we do. It takes a little bit of work to get that one together, but it's thoroughly enjoyable going through your work that you've done this week in the forum. So there we go. Catch me at midday and I will see how we're getting on. Okay, so good morning's work. Decaling, don't you just love it? It takes forever. But we are almost there. Still got to play around with quite a bit on the back side here and everything else like that. But generally, I have to say, I like the way they've done the decals. The way they've actually got them. We'll get this to lock in. There we go. Okay, it's no problem at all with this sort of zigzag pattern that this guy's got right the way over it and down the back. You see they've all conformed very well, but this is by using Instead of coming in with your more traditional setting solutions, this is actually Tamiya thinners X20A, the acrylic type. And generally I don't think they're too bad at all. They're really coming into their own. I don't know why it's quite locking onto everywhere else, but generally I think we are all okay. Seems to be getting there, no problem at all. The tail ones, to be honest, are a little bit having trouble settling down and everything else. You might be able to see the riveting detail in there. A bit difficult when you're holding and doing everything at once. So as you can see it just there, giving me a few little problems, but again, it's just the case of getting there and doing it bit at a time, if you like. Little couple of pinpricks, letting the solution get in there, evaporating out, pulling it down time after time after time, okay, and it going right the way through. So generally it's like 2 hours work just doing all of that, but it is coming together quite nicely. But still got to do quite a bit on the road ahead, to be honest. I'm running out of time. It's coming up to 2 o'clock now. I've got to do the orders, I've got to do them, get them sorted and out to you guys, and then I'll come back and I'll do tonight's show, because obviously we've got to do the forum bit. It takes about an hour and a half to put all that together, and then edit all this together as we go all the way through. But definitely this thing is going to be sort of my plan. Monday is to get this one finished off, and then by Monday it'll be a case of, right, then we can push on with the other bits and pieces, and this will be my entry into the I Must Be an Animal group build. So it'll be my Osprey, and I must admit, thoroughly enjoying it. Very nice, and in 1/72 quite a nice scale. I think 1/48 it sort of chunks it up, becomes quite a chunky thing, like what do you do with it and everything else, but definitely in 72nd it's quite nice, I must admit. So there we go, that's it from me today, and I'll catch you on tonight's show. So there we go, coming on really nicely with this one. It's really starting to take shape. Again, the decals, to be honest, looking at them now, they need another coat, which you'll get after I film this. It's one of those things that I've probably learned in the last couple of years is patience with decals. As in, sometimes you try and force the issue, try and get them to go, doing them too much, and let's face it, then they end up either tearing, splitting, stretching, and if you're using, like I am, something a little bit more aggressive, shall we say, like a acrylic thinner, all of a sudden, you've guessed it, it's acrylic paint. You end up making the paint sort of, you know, rehydrate. It gets a little bit watery, and then before you know it, you've got paint all over your decal as well, and then you've ruined your model and have to start again, basically. So anyway, now patience. I will take my time, let it totally dry between coats, score it with a knife, pinprick it, let the air out, let the fluids get in there and do their trick, and it'll be absolutely fine. So anyway, I'm going to push on heavily with this one. Again, I get this one done early next week, so it's all ready for the actual end of the group build. So obviously, don't forget, we'll talk about it in a moment, but the group build ends a week on Sunday. Okay, so really push through, guys. Try and get as many as you can through. Remember, everyone gets a medal, and all the bits and pieces are going to go with it. Haven't decided yet, but you will get something. Okay, so really push on with them. Try and get them done. Get your builds up there, your final reveal videos and everything, because the cut-off is the cut-off. No exceptions this time, guys. I don't want to hear, oh, I missed it by. No, you've had lots and lots of warning on this one. So when Hans closes it on that Sunday, it is closed properly. Okay, so there we go. Now it's time to have a look at your work in the gallery. Okay, so over in the forum, first of all, let's just go down and check the dates for the actual closing of the group builds, because that's coming up very, very shortly. So we're down here. So I Must Be an Animal, the group build for the first part of 2016. We've got till the 19th of June. So you've got 9 days left on that, as in it's going to finish on Sunday night. Okay, a week Sunday night. So far we've got 126 across the line out of a potential 280. Come on, guys, really good push on this one. This could be an absolutely fantastic finish for us for the first part of the year. Then we got the Seeing Double, which is the Air Sig again, so that's going to go 26th of June, so you got another week past that one, so you got 2 and a bit weeks, okay, on that one. And then obviously you got the heavy metal one, is going to be starting on the 25th of June, alright, so you're going to be going, and that's going to run to the 15th of October, and that's that one. And then obviously the big group build will be starting on the 1st of July, so we have a little break between the two for a week. And then that one is going to be running until December. Okay, so crikey, that will way to Christmas, how quick this year is going. All right, we've got some amazing entries in that particular group build. I think it's going to be easily our best group build to date, purely because of the diversity of everything we've got going through this one. And it's going to be a really different thing. Instead of just that standard way of doing things, it's going to be really some great builds, some fantastic detailing, and a lot of techniques as well, which a lot of us aren't exactly comfy with, but I can see us all pushing ourselves to do something a little bit different. So that's how those ones are going to be panning out for the rest of the year. Don't forget, if you want to see any of the other ones that go right the way back, and even back to the ones pre-2009, which are the ones from 2000
2005 right the way up. They are down in there as well. Okay, so you can see all of those. Anyway, back up. First of all, Flo on the go. Flo has been with our very own Steve Nimitz in Memphis down there. So absolutely fantastic to see Flo doing her bit with the Admiral himself, who's got a very good collection. I just have to point out there of Tamiya Extra Thin. I know I'm all for stocking up as well there, Steve, so I can see that one. Okay, so as you can see, absolutely fantastic. Flo, don't wreck his model, don't touch. You've been told about that. Okay, out in the sun, the FedEx Forum, and all around Memphis, Mississippi River. Don't let her drive. Don't let her drive. Okay. And Flo at the FedEx hub in Memphis. Absolutely fantastic. So well done there. So Flo will be making her way around, obviously, the States for a good couple of months yet, I should think, to all of you. And then, obviously, it'll be making her way across the Pacific and around the rest of the world. So well done, everybody, for that. Anyway, have a look at some of your work this week. So to start off with, Ralph's been completing the Revel 132nd Mosquito. Nigel's been working on Edard's 1/48 scale ME 109 E4. Richard's completed the Airfix 1/48 scale Spitfire, the PR Mark 14. Butchering somebody's name alert, Maguez has done the amazing Italeri 1/72. This is the Jayhawk HH60J. Missed this one a couple of weeks ago, but this is Michael's lovely Academy 1/48 Spitfire Mark 14E. Brett's done the Airfix 1/72 scale FRS-1C Harrier. Again, missed this one a couple of weeks ago, but this is the old monogram 1/48 scale F101 Voodoo by Robert. John's done the Revel M901A1. Paul's done an amazing job on the Meng 135th scale Bradley. This is the M3A3 with the interior set. John's completed his 135th scale Revel SP PZ2. Alex has done the 135th scale Italeri Flak Panzer 38T. Parmajit's done the Bronco 1/350th scale HMS Vanguard. Ian's finished the Tamiya 1/24th scale La Ferrari. Lee's done Comet Miniatures Fireball XL5. Tim's done a stunning job on the 1-100 orderly full armour Dusak. And last up, John's done the Warhammer Elder Falcon.
So great work by everybody, some lovely builds coming along there, I must admit. So it's lovely to see your work and a few more photos, I think you'll agree. So that's it for this week. I must admit, I've had a ridiculously busy week getting that engine done, all the bits and pieces. Thank you for all the kind feedback on that. Thanks for all the feedback about the vloggy parts as well. As I said, I know a lot of you were extremely skeptical to the point where I was being told not to do it by a lot of you, and I'm had the vision, so I pushed on with it, and I think it's working really, really well, and I enjoy doing them. So anyway, till Monday everybody, happy modelling and take care.